Introduction to Reverse Thinking and its Relevance to Success. In the journey of life, many of us find ourselves caught in relentless cycles of effort, striving for success and fulfillment. Despite these efforts, it can feel as though true progress remains just out of reach. There exists, however, a different approach, a way to achieve not by pushing harder but by thinking differently. Reverse thinking is rooted in the idea of approaching life's challenges from unconventional angles. This practice aligns closely with Buddhist philosophy, encouraging mindfulness, detachment, and profound wisdom. By shifting our perspectives, we unlock new opportunities, overcome obstacles, and find harmony in ways we never imagined possible. Understanding the concept of reverse thinking. Reverse thinking challenges the traditional ways we perceive and address problems. It encourages breaking away from habitual thought patterns, urging us to see situations from fresh, often overlooked perspectives. In Buddhism, this mirrors the practice of mindfulness, remaining aware, present, and detached from automatic reactions. Instead of immediately responding to problems, we pause, observe, and consider the broader picture. For instance, consider a busy professional who constantly feels overwhelmed by life's demands. Traditional solutions might suggest working longer hours or improving time management. However, reverse thinking could lead to questioning the necessity of every commitment, streamlining efforts, or even shifting priorities entirely. This change in perspective often brings clarity and effective solutions. Applying reverse thinking to real-life challenges. Lesson 1. Turning security worries into an advantage. There was once a wealthy man who feared for the security of his home whenever he was away. Conventional solutions, such as hiring expensive security measures, felt cumbersome. Instead, he found a creative solution, converting his free Wi-Fi into a secured network accessible only from outside his home. This decision created a protective presence, as people regularly gathered near his house to access the free internet. This story illustrates the essence of reverse thinking, identifying a problem and transforming it into an advantage. The simplicity of this approach resonates with the Buddhist concept of right effort, where every action is performed with wisdom and compassion, minimizing unnecessary struggle. From a Buddhist perspective, this story demonstrates mindful decision-making, emphasizing how challenges can be transformed into opportunities when approached with awareness and creativity. Building a foundation for success with reverse thinking. Reverse thinking does not seek to reject conventional wisdom, but to complement it with fresh perspectives. By cultivating this mindset, we develop resilience, adaptability, and a renewed sense of purpose, all deeply rooted in Buddhist teachings. As we explore more stories in the following sections, each will shed light on how reverse thinking can lead to personal breakthroughs, offering insights into its transformative power and how it can be applied to everyday life. Part 2. Lessons and Stories of Reverse Thinking in Real Life. Lesson 2. Overcoming Obstacles with Wisdom. The story of Charlie Munger. Charlie Munger, a renowned American investor and the trusted partner of Warren Buffett, was once asked how to find a trustworthy and capable partner. His response was both profound and simple. First, you must be someone worthy of trust and excellence. His approach reflected not just pragmatic wisdom, but a deep understanding of human nature and relationships. Reverse thinking here emphasizes that before seeking good companions, one must embody the qualities they hope to attract. This perspective resonates with the Buddhist principle of right intention, cultivating pure intentions and aligning oneself with virtuous qualities. This lesson is a reminder that success and strong relationships come not from chasing external validations, but from first nurturing oneself. When we cultivate wisdom, integrity, and resilience, we naturally attract people and opportunities that align with those values. Lesson 3. The Value of Time and Non-Attachment, the Hidden Cost of Free. In modern society, the allure of free things often traps people into spending valuable time for minimal returns. For example, waiting in line for a small giveaway, filling out lengthy surveys for minor rewards, or enduring numerous ads for free content. Beneath the surface, these free items carry hidden costs, primarily our time and energy. In Buddhism, Time is viewed as a precious, finite resource. The teachings emphasize detachment from superficial pursuits and mindful investment of one's energy. Reverse thinking encourages us to question what we're truly gaining versus what we're losing. The realization that free can be the most expensive option reshapes how we perceive value. Investing time and resources in meaningful pursuits, rather than chasing momentary gratifications, aligns with the Buddhist practice of focusing on long-term growth and spiritual enrichment. Lesson 4. Seeing opportunity in unexpected places. The fishing pond story. A newly opened fishing pond charged an entry fee of 200,000 VND. Despite many people spending entire days fishing, few caught anything. To incentivize participation, the pond's owner promised a free chicken to anyone who didn't catch a fish. Suddenly, the pond became crowded, with everyone leaving happily, each carrying a chicken. The true genius of this scheme revealed itself when it was discovered that the owner was a professional chicken farmer. What seemed like a loss was, in fact, a well-planned strategy to achieve his goals. This story exemplifies reverse thinking, transforming a potential setback into a disguised opportunity. In Buddhism, this reflects the teaching that suffering and challenges often hold hidden wisdom. By embracing difficulties with a calm and open mind, we can find unexpected paths to success. Lesson 5. Regaining inner peace. The elderly man and the children. An elderly man enjoyed quiet days until neighborhood children began playing loudly outside his home. Frustrated, he devised a plan. He rewarded the children with candy for playing near his house, praising them for their energy. Over the next few days, he reduced their rewards and eventually stopped giving them treats altogether. Upset, the children stopped playing there, restoring his peace. This clever use of reverse thinking highlights the power of understanding others' motivations. By approaching problems with empathy and foresight, we can resolve conflicts harmoniously. This aligns with the Buddhist practice of right speech and right action, which encourage thoughtful and compassionate communication. Lesson 6. Transforming resentment into liberation. The Mandela approach. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison, enduring harsh treatment from his jailers. Upon his release and subsequent rise to the presidency of South Africa, he surprised the world by inviting his former guards to his inauguration. This act of forgiveness wasn't mere formality. It was a conscious decision to liberate himself from the chains of resentment and hatred. Reverse thinking here transforms vengeance into compassion and division into unity. In Buddhism, forgiveness is a powerful act of liberation, freeing both the giver and receiver from suffering. Mandela's example teaches that holding on to anger only perpetuates our own imprisonment. By letting go, we find peace within ourselves. Lesson 7. Influencing with empathy. The salesperson strategy. A salesperson once cleverly suggested a book titled 500 Reasons Men Come Home Late to a woman, emphasizing that her husband had already purchased it. The suggestion, though humorous, tapped into human curiosity and the desire for understanding. This approach is a subtle example of reverse thinking, engaging empathy and curiosity to make a point. In Buddhism, skillful means, upaya, are often employed to guide others gently towards self-awareness and wisdom. By addressing human nature and emotions, we can communicate more effectively and foster deeper understanding. Lesson 8. The timeless tale of Sima Guang. Sima Guang, a young boy renowned for his intelligence, once faced a life-threatening situation when another child fell into a water jar. While everyone else panicked, Sima Guang picked up a stone and shattered the jar, releasing the water and saving the child. His quick, unconventional thinking transformed a dire situation into a successful rescue. This classic story exemplifies how reverse thinking can turn apparent impossibilities into solutions. The lesson aligns with the Buddhist teaching of presence of mind, staying calm and aware, even in times of crisis, to act skillfully. Building on these foundations, each of these stories showcases how reverse thinking, when combined with mindfulness, compassion, and awareness, can lead to profound transformations. By shifting perspectives and approaching life's challenges differently, we cultivate resilience and find harmony in unexpected ways. In the next section, We will explore more lessons and their deep connection to Buddhist teachings, providing practical insights for daily life transformation. Part 3. More lessons and real-life examples of reverse thinking. Lesson 9. Changing perspectives to find solutions. The buffet restaurant strategy. A buffet restaurant faced challenges with excessive food waste. To discourage waste, the management imposed a fine of 10,000 VND for any uneaten food left behind. Unfortunately, this approach had the opposite effect. Business declined, as customers felt penalized. The management then changed its strategy. They increased the buffet price by 10,000 VND, but offered a 10,000 VND discount to customers who finished all their food. This simple change transformed their business, reducing waste while improving customer satisfaction. This story exemplifies reverse thinking at its best, reframing a problem to align interests and find mutual benefit. In Buddhism, this reflects the teaching of skillful means, upaya, approaching challenges with creativity and compassion. By understanding and addressing the underlying motivations of others, we can find solutions that foster harmony and growth. Lesson 10. Finding meaning beyond heartbreak. The young man on the rooftop. A young man stood atop a building, ready to end his life after a heartbreaking separation from his long-term girlfriend, who had chosen to marry someone wealthier. While onlookers and authorities pleaded with him, an elderly man shouted, "She's now someone else's wife. You've already had her for 8 years. Why end it now?" The remark, seemingly blunt, struck a chord. The young man paused, reflected, and eventually stepped down, realizing the futility of his despair. This story demonstrates how a shift in perspective can break through emotional turmoil. In Buddhism, detachment and seeing the impermanent nature of all things are key teachings. By recognizing that suffering is often rooted in attachment, we can begin to let go and find peace even amid deep pain. Lesson 11. Outsmarting adversity. The lost phone trick. After losing his phone at a train station, a young man devised a clever trick to retrieve it. He sent a text message to his stolen phone, saying, "The train is leaving soon. I've left the $200 IOU in locker A21 at the station. Code 1685. Within half an hour, the thief was caught attempting to open the locker. This use of reverse thinking turns adversity into an opportunity for resolution. In Buddhist practice, this story can be likened to skillful and mindful action, responding to difficulties with creativity, awareness, and calm rather than panic. When we approach obstacles thoughtfully, we can find innovative solutions and maintain our inner peace. Lesson 12. Negotiating with wisdom. The debt conundrum. A businessman named Hassan faced a troubling situation when he lost a promissory note for a debt owed to him. He feared that without proof, the debtor might deny the obligation. On a friend's advice, Hassan sent a letter to the debtor, demanding repayment of $2,500 instead of $2,000. The debtor promptly responded, insisting he only owed $2,000. This response served as the evidence Hassan needed to confirm the debt. This story highlights how reverse thinking can navigate complex situations with wisdom. The approach of shifting perspectives aligns with the Buddhist practice of mindfulness and discernment, seeing beyond the surface and addressing challenges with clarity and strategy. Lesson 13. Breaking free from busywork. The illusion of productivity. In today's world, many people work tirelessly, believing that more effort equates to more success. However, they often find themselves trapped in an endless cycle of busyness without meaningful progress. The true issue lies in their approach, constantly solving immediate problems without considering long-term goals. This tunnel vision leads to exhaustion and frustration. Reverse thinking challenges this mindset by encouraging a shift in focus. Instead of merely working harder, we must ask whether our efforts are aligned with our core values and long-term aspirations. In Buddhism, this resonates with the teaching of right livelihood, pursuing work that is meaningful, ethical, and aligned with our spiritual growth. By prioritizing mindful action over frantic activity, we find greater fulfillment and effectiveness. Lesson 14. Investing in long-term value. The power of patience. Many people jump from job to job, chasing short-term gains. This constant shifting often prevents true growth and mastery. A seasoned CEO once shared a story about a job candidate who had changed jobs frequently, citing trivial reasons. The CEO explained that true potential lies in those who commit to long-term growth and face challenges with resilience. This perspective aligns with the idea that short-term sacrifices often lead to long-term rewards. In reverse thinking, this lesson teaches us to value depth over breadth, stability over fleeting gains. In Buddhism, it reflects the path of patience, persistence, and mindful practice, recognizing that true mastery and fulfillment come from dedication, not shortcuts. Lesson 15. Turning challenges into opportunities, the startup mindset. Entrepreneurs often face numerous challenges, from raising capital to building teams. A successful founder once shared his journey of interviewing thousands of candidates to build a strong team. Rather than focusing on immediate skills, he assessed candidates' ability to learn, grow, and adapt. This approach, rooted in reverse thinking, emphasizes potential and resilience over static achievements. In Buddhism, this aligns with the concept of right effort, pursuing one's path with diligence, awareness, and adaptability. By focusing on continuous growth and mindful decision-making, we transform challenges into stepping stones for success. Practical applications of reverse thinking. Reverse thinking is not merely a tool for clever solutions. It is a mindset that transforms every aspect of life. By questioning assumptions, seeing beyond the obvious, and aligning actions with deeper values, we cultivate resilience, creativity, and wisdom. Each of these lessons demonstrates the profound impact of shifting perspectives, an approach deeply rooted in Buddhist philosophy. In the next sections, we will continue to explore how these teachings can be integrated into daily life, offering practical steps and reflections to help you cultivate reverse thinking and achieve harmony and success in all that you do. Part 4. Transforming everyday life with reverse thinking and Buddhist wisdom. Lesson 16. The hidden cost of free offers, reclaiming your time. In modern society, free offers can often come at a hidden cost, usually in terms of our time and focus. For example, standing in long lines for free samples or spending hours on so-called free services that demand personal data or endure constant advertisements. While these offers appear beneficial, they often distract us from our true goals and deplete our energy. In Buddhism, time is one of our most precious resources. The practice of mindfulness teaches us to be fully present and intentional with how we invest our time. By recognizing the hidden costs of free distractions, we align our efforts with meaningful pursuits, ensuring our actions lead to genuine fulfillment and spiritual growth. Reverse thinking encourages us to question the real value of what we are engaging in, promoting a mindful life aligned with long-term goals. Lesson 17. Creating win-win solutions, the buffet strategy revisited. Consider a buffet restaurant that struggled with customers wasting food. Initially, they tried punitive measures, fining patrons for leaving uneaten food. This approach backfired, as customers resented being penalized. By reframing their strategy, the restaurant instead offered discounts for finishing meals, creating a win-win scenario that increased customer satisfaction while reducing waste. This story highlights how reverse thinking can create positive outcomes by reframing problems and shifting motivations. In Buddhism, compassion and skillful means, upaya, guide us to consider others' perspectives and needs. When we seek solutions that benefit everyone, we foster harmony and mutual respect. Lesson 18. Embracing challenges as lessons, the elderly man's approach to noise. An elderly man enjoyed a quiet life until neighborhood children began playing loudly near his home. Rather than confronting them angrily, he approached the situation with cleverness. He rewarded the children with candy, expressing gratitude for their noise, but gradually reduced the treats until they stopped coming altogether. This story exemplifies how reverse thinking transforms challenges into opportunities for creative solutions. The Buddhist practice of patience and right speech encourages us to respond skillfully to conflict, minimizing harm and finding peaceful resolutions. By embracing life's challenges with calm and open-mindedness, we create space for positive change. Lesson 19. Transforming resentment with compassion. Nelson Mandela's forgiveness. Nelson Mandela, who spent 27 years in prison, demonstrated immense compassion and wisdom upon his release. He invited his former jailers to his inauguration, showing that true liberation requires letting go of resentment and embracing forgiveness. This act transformed potential animosity into a symbol of unity. In Buddhism, forgiveness is a powerful practice that releases both ourselves and others from the chains of suffering. By choosing compassion over revenge, we free our hearts from anger, allowing for genuine healing and peace. Mandela's example reminds us that reverse thinking, rooted in compassion, transforms even the deepest wounds into opportunities for growth. Lesson 20. Using humor to break down barriers. The salesperson's approach. A salesperson once cleverly sold a book titled 500 Reasons Men Come Home Late to a woman by mentioning that her husband had purchased it. The humorous and relatable suggestion played on curiosity, capturing the customer's interest in a lighthearted way. This example demonstrates how reverse thinking leverages empathy and humor to engage others. In Buddhism, humor and lightness are sometimes used by teachers to convey profound truths, breaking down barriers and encouraging openness. By connecting with others on a human level, we foster understanding and communication. Lesson 21. Thinking outside the box. The tale of Sima Guang. Sima Guang, a child prodigy in ancient China, once saved a friend from drowning in a water jar by smashing it with a stone to release the water. While others panicked, he quickly saw an unconventional solution, demonstrating the power of creative and decisive thinking. This classic example shows how reverse thinking turns crises into opportunities for decisive action. In Buddhism, presence of mind and calm awareness in challenging situations enable us to act skillfully. By cultivating mindfulness, we enhance our ability to see hidden solutions and respond with clarity. Practical steps to cultivate reverse thinking in daily life. 1. Question assumptions. Regularly challenge your own beliefs and habits. Ask yourself, is there another way to approach this problem? Or am I overlooking a hidden opportunity? 2. Embrace detachment. Detachment, a central concept in Buddhism, allows us to let go of fixed outcomes. By releasing attachment to specific expectations, we open ourselves to creative possibilities. 3. Practice mindful reflection. Take time each day to reflect on challenges you face. Consider different perspectives and explore how reverse thinking might reveal new insights. 4. Engage with others. Discuss problems and solutions with others, listening deeply to their viewpoints. Collaboration often sparks new ways of thinking and highlights blind spots in our own approach. 5. Apply compassionate problem solving. Approach conflicts and challenges with empathy and compassion. By understanding the needs and motivations of others, you can create win-win solutions that foster harmony. 6. Cultivate patience and resilience. Reverse thinking requires patience and a willingness to adapt. Embrace setbacks as learning opportunities and remain open to change. Integrating Buddhist wisdom into reverse thinking. Reverse thinking becomes a transformative practice when integrated with Buddhist wisdom. By aligning our actions with compassion, mindfulness, and right effort, we elevate our ability to navigate life's challenges with grace and insight. Each story and lesson exemplifies how shifting perspectives leads to profound growth and harmony. In the next section, we will explore how to apply these teachings in specific areas of life, from personal development to relationships and career success, offering a practical guide to living with purpose and mindfulness. Together, we can unlock the power of reverse thinking to transform our lives and bring lasting peace and fulfillment. Part 5. Applying reverse thinking and Buddhist wisdom in daily life. Harnessing reverse thinking for personal development. 1. Cultivating self-awareness through mindful reflection. Reverse thinking begins with self-awareness, an essential aspect of personal growth. In Buddhism, mindfulness and self-reflection guide practitioners to observe their thoughts and actions without judgment. This awareness helps us identify limiting beliefs and habitual reactions, making space for change. To cultivate self-awareness, regularly reflect on your challenges and ask, am I approaching this situation in the most effective way? Or what assumptions am I making? By pausing and reflecting, you can uncover new perspectives that reveal hidden opportunities. 2. Building resilience through detachment. Many of life's struggles come from attachment to outcomes, whether it's achieving a specific goal or meeting expectations. In Buddhism, detachment is not about apathy, but about letting go of rigid expectations and being open to change. Reverse thinking encourages us to detach from linear paths to success, exploring creative ways to reach our goals. For example, when faced with a career setback, instead of viewing it as a failure, reverse thinking invites us to see it as a new opportunity to pivot, learn, and grow. This resilience allows us to adapt and thrive, regardless of circumstances. 3. Embracing failure as a learning opportunity. Failure often evokes fear and avoidance, but reverse thinking transforms it into a valuable teacher. In Buddhist philosophy, failure is seen as a natural part of the journey, offering lessons that deepen our wisdom and resilience. The story of Sima Guang breaking the water jar illustrates how thinking differently in moments of crisis leads to profound success. When facing setbacks, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? And how can I use this knowledge to approach future challenges differently? This shift in mindset turns obstacles into stepping stones for growth. 4. Transforming relationships with compassionate communication. Reverse thinking also has profound implications for relationships. By approaching conflicts and misunderstandings from a place of empathy, we can break down barriers and foster deeper connections. Consider the elderly man who used reverse thinking to regain his peace by engaging with the neighborhood children in a creative and kind way. In Buddhist practice, right speech emphasizes the importance of speaking truthfully, kindly, and with awareness of how our words affect others. By combining compassion and creativity in communication, we resolve conflicts more effectively and nurture meaningful relationships. 5. Using humor to diffuse tension. Humor is a powerful tool for breaking down walls and shifting perspectives. The story of the salesperson who used humor to engage a customer demonstrates how lightness and wit can transform everyday interactions. In Buddhism, humor is sometimes used by teachers to reveal deeper truths and encourage self-reflection. When faced with tension or conflict, consider how humor or lightheartedness might offer a fresh perspective. By not taking ourselves too seriously, we open space for authentic connection and understanding. Reverse thinking for career and financial success. 1. Shifting focus from busy work to purposeful work. Many people find themselves overwhelmed by endless tasks, believing that busyness equates to productivity. Reverse thinking challenges this notion by encouraging us to prioritize meaningful work over mere activity. In Buddhism, this aligns with the principle of right livelihood, engaging in work that aligns with our values and contributes to our growth. To apply this mindset, ask, am I dedicating my time to what truly matters? And how can I eliminate distractions to focus on my goals? This shift leads to greater satisfaction and effectiveness in both personal and professional endeavors. 2. Investing time wisely, recognizing the cost of free. The hidden costs of free offers, as illustrated by stories of wasted time and effort, reveal an important lesson about value. Time, once spent, cannot be reclaimed. By understanding that free often comes with hidden costs, we make more intentional choices. In daily life, prioritize activities that align with your long-term goals and values. This may mean saying no to seemingly attractive offers that don't serve your higher purpose. By valuing your time and energy, you cultivate a life of greater intention and fulfillment. 3. Creating win-win solutions in the workplace. Reverse thinking encourages us to find solutions that benefit all parties involved. The story of the buffet restaurant demonstrates how reframing a problem can lead to positive outcomes for everyone. In the workplace, this approach fosters collaboration, innovation, and trust. When faced with workplace challenges, seek to understand the needs and motivations of all parties involved. By finding common ground and aligning interests, You create solutions that drive success and build strong, lasting relationships. Reverse thinking for emotional and mental well-being. 1. Letting go of resentment through forgiveness. Nelson Mandela's act of forgiving his former jailers is a powerful example of how reverse thinking transforms resentment into liberation. In Buddhism, forgiveness is essential for inner peace, freeing us from the burdens of anger and hatred. When you feel wronged, consider the cost of holding on to negative emotions. Ask yourself, how can I release this burden and move forward? By choosing forgiveness, you liberate yourself and open the path to greater compassion and peace. 2. Seeing beyond immediate desires. The young man on the rooftop, overwhelmed by heartbreak, found a new perspective when confronted with a different view of his situation. Reverse thinking encourages us to see beyond immediate desires and emotional reactions, understanding that life's challenges are often temporary. In moments of despair or intense desire, practice detachment and mindfulness. Reflect on the impermanence of all things and ask, what is the deeper lesson here? By shifting your focus, you gain clarity and strength to navigate life's ups and downs. 3. Turning fear into opportunity. Fear often paralyzes us, preventing growth and change. Reverse thinking invites us to see fear as an opportunity for growth, encouraging us to step outside our comfort zones and embrace the unknown. In Buddhism, fear is seen as a natural response, but not one that should control us. Through mindfulness and courage, we can transform fear into a source of strength. When fear arises, ask, what am I truly afraid of? And how can I turn this fear into a stepping stone for growth? By confronting fear head-on, we build resilience and open ourselves to new possibilities. Final reflections. Living with purpose and mindfulness. Reverse thinking, when combined with Buddhist wisdom, offers a transformative path to personal and spiritual growth. By questioning assumptions, shifting perspectives, and embracing challenges with mindfulness and compassion, we cultivate resilience, creativity, and inner peace. As you move forward, remember that life's greatest opportunities often lie just beyond our comfort zones. With a mindful approach and a willingness to think differently, you can navigate any challenge and create a life of purpose, balance, and fulfillment. In closing, may these lessons inspire you to see the world with new eyes, unlocking doors to success and harmony through the power of reverse thinking and the timeless wisdom of Buddhism. Thank you for watching our video to the end. We hope that these lessons and stories have inspired you to view life's challenges with a fresh perspective and apply the transformative power of reverse thinking in your own journey. By blending this unique approach with timeless Buddhist wisdom, we can create more meaningful, resilient, and compassionate lives. If you found this video insightful, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing for more content that inspires and uplifts. Together, let's continue to explore new ways to find harmony, purpose, and success in our lives. Until next time, may you find peace and wisdom in every step of your journey.